Everybody good? Oh shit, that shit.
Yeah.
God damn it.
That shit.
Well, I forgot to turn it off, man. That's all right. All right. There you go, brother. All right, we good? What capo at? Oh, okay. Come on. All right, shalom, shalom. Hey, you brothers come fill these spaces in, brother.
Yeah, well, you're right. He on his way.
Oh, he on his way?
Yeah.
Come on with you. All right. Hey, shalom, shalom. We are the brothers of the Great Millstone, branch here in Chicago. And first and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakadash.
double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all our fellow laborers that's doing this work with truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. Right, the would-be judges, the tabernacle of David, the 144,000, right, chosen men by Yahweh Shai to be the ruling class government here on earth above all other people. That is the kingdom of heaven. That is what's coming. All right, and to the rest of the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners among the heathen nations, that have the appearance of the heathen nations. This is not a black-only thing. Right? And to the few akwaf, meaning the sisters that are listening and learning to you, we say shalom. And we just going to go, hey, look, just be still, man. The Lord is working. All right? There's so much going on. So the whole world now has seen that incident on 75th, right, in Lake Shore, South Shore Drive. Now, I pass through there almost every day. Okay? I'm very familiar with that area. Okay? And I know that for a fact, there is no activity from any Trinidad Aragua, like they keep reporting.
Exactly.
There is no activity with them at all. That's Lakeside folks and Terrortown.
There it is.
You ain't doing shit in Terrortown. All right? You ain't doing shit with them Lakeside folks over there. Ain't no Trinidad Aragua doing nothing over there. It's all a lie and an excuse for Esau Edom to come with violence against the Northern Kingdom.
Yep.
And so what he's going to do is he's going to use the ICE as a Gestapo against the Northern Kingdom, and at the same time, DJ Trump is trying to bring in the National Guard, which he's activating certain places to come against. And so what they're doing in the media is they're pushing a false narrative. That little bald head Steve, what's his name? Steve Miller. That little red piece of shit, that little coward that's always talking big like he's tough. All right. Remember how Benny Hill used to smack the little bald head dude on the head? That dude, man, with his outright, blatantly racist terminology, he's basically calling you a bunch of niggas without saying it. All right. How these ghettos and we're gonna take back our cities, and when all the reports are telling you this crime is down, and then all the statistics that I have, let's bring out some receipts. Somebody get Exodus 23:1 about the false report, and any precepts that might go with it.
This is Exodus 23:1.
Damn, that brother's on it.
Gotcha. Thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness.
So they're bearing unrighteous false witness. Being accusers of the brethren. Because right here, FBI data reveals that white men lead in America's most heinous crimes. All right. Now, when Uncle Charlie got murked by his own people, right, with the microphone and the projectile that came out of his neck, that what you saw wasn't the entrance; that was the exit. It was, he was, and you notice they want to downplay and not really talking about it no more. All right, and then, then there was never really a funeral. There was no autopsy. There's a lot of shit that don't make sense, man. Yeah, it's some weird shit, and it's like, yeah, but right, and he's speaking against them. That's because there was because I believe that it was them that took him out because he was speaking against the Israelis. he was talking about opening up the Epstein files, and that to make America great again, we got to stop sending all this money to them and support them. He began to speak that way, and less than 2 weeks later, he was dead. Prior to that, he was their golden boy. All right, just some strange occurrences. I'm sure there's no relation between. It's just a coincidence that he spoke against a particular group of people, and now he's dead. You know, but yeah, these false reports that they just continue to put out and slander. All right, can we get that? Oh, here we go. Here, this was from Rebecca Jones, and I've seen quite a few brothers use this one. All right, I didn't have this one for over a week. But it says, despite making up only 28% of the USA population, FBI data shows that white men are 55% of the kidnappers, 56% of the rapists, 58% of the mass shooters, 59% of the child porn arrests, 62% of statutory grape pedos, 63% of prostitution solicitors, 68% of 1934 NFA offenders, 75% of incest perpetrators. So the truth of the matter is that white males, and I keep seeing these white nationalist Christians coming on with these talking points about how dangerous black people are and how dangerous Hispanic and brown people are in general. And if you notice, they're in line with a lot of Republicans are speaking that way. All right, and the Democrats are being quiet. And all the cities that they seem to be attacking are cities that have black mayors, so-called black mayors. Those are the cities that they want to send all these troops to, because if you got because you're not going to have a mostly Edomite population in most cases vote in a chocolate man. They're not gonna vote in a swarthy mayor. If you got, a larger population of Edomites, it's high, most likely they won't do it. I'm not saying it can't happen, but more likely it will not. Not in America. What you got, St. Vincent?
Well, because the city, he making Chicago the main city, but when you look at the actual murder rates,
well, all the crime in Chicago supposedly, according to statistics, went down.
Oh yeah, facts.
But they keep talking about how dangerous it is and that, this, that, and the other.
But Chicago isn't even a top murder city.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not even a top murder city, and you would Jackson, Mississippi.
Damn.
Birmingham, Alabama, St. Louis, Memphis, Tennessee. I think Memphis is the only city that he sent troops to already. And mentioned Baltimore, Detroit, Cleveland, Ohio, Louisville, Kentucky, Indianapolis, and he ain't mentioned Indianapolis once.
Well,
That's a red state. In
Yeah,
fact,
that's a red state.
6 out. Let me go back up. Let me go back up. Because you said something heavy on Malcolm. It says, what up is that? I think 6 out of 10 states on here are red cities.
Wow. So, but he's not talking about them. Meanwhile, with all these numbers showing you that white males are the danger, he wants to send the troops. He wants to send the Imperial Army to where Jake is, man. So somebody get that Jacob's trouble, man, because it's here, and it ain't pulling back, man. As a matter of fact, that info about them guys who set the trap for the ICE. And then I saw some image of a whole bunch of cops walking through. I think maybe it was Inglewood. They were walking through a Jake area, and it was about maybe 60 or 70 of them. And they were just marching through it. All right, and they had one vehicle going behind them. But I realized while I was watching them that they had no rear security. Like in the Marine Corps, we never leave out, what I was taught. If we're all moving in the one direction, there's literally people the people at the end are literally turned to face the back. Yeah. Exactly. They were just walking forward. So anybody could have just let them walk into a trap and just get circled behind them.
Right.
Distract them in the front, and then while they go all running up to the front, just get them from. I was like, damn, these guys really just.
They're not worried about these niggers.
Well, not yet. Not yet. With that sort of stupidity. But I tell you, you try pulling at some of the redneck areas, them good old boys gonna get you.
They're
Yeah.
gonna let you walk down to the
A
killing
lot
zone.
of these ICE agents are regular just citizens, man. Like a cop. Like a fucking cop, man. With less training than a cop, that's crazy. But this proves that Revelation 12 is real, man. I believe they read Revelation 12.
Yeah, 12 and
The
10.
Jews are their brethren. Because 6 out of these 10 states are red cities. Alright? These are cities and red states. And that's not being mentioned. Yet they point the finger at Jake. Oh, we're taking the country back, doing this, doing that. Oh, which,
And a lot of Edomites are signing on to it. Yeah.
yeah.
And it's like, well, but it's your son.
And also, they
They just
grabbing
shot up
up
the
guns.
school.
Who guns are registered? Who you think they're really going to get? They don't get your ass, Esau. Egyptian versus Egyptian is real. They going to get Jake. Jake going to get got. Jake in trouble. But you Edomites are fuck, man. What they want to do, take away your Second Amendment.
Oh yeah, they definitely gonna do that. And you notice too that there's just as many Edomite immigrants here that are here illegally.
Yeah.
But within the Ukraine, within the Ukrainians, within the Polish, Czechoslovakians. You know, I told the story yesterday how Pat, this Irish dude I know, went to inspect some building. You know, he was inspecting it for because he worked for the city. So he was going in to inspect something, and he walked into this dark building with that big bright ass flashlight. It's like a spotlight. He turned on the spotlight, and it was like 30 Polish guys in there hiding from ICE. And he literally told them, "Nigga, y'all wait. What y'all? They ain't looking for y'all." Because the dude's like, "Please don't tell her." You know, he's like, "Bro, ain't nobody looking for you. Stupid ass out of here."
All right. I got that scripture for you.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Jeremiah 30:7. It says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." And in the NLT it reads, "In all history, there has never been such a time of terror. It will be a time of trouble for my people Israel, yet in the end they will be saved."
Man, so you think of the most chaotic, violent movie that you've ever seen,
Or time.
and right, you know, and you know, I can think of some pretty disturbing movies, man.
Right.
That you know, the season 4, 5, and 6 of The Walking Dead, you know, and I think that something could be worse than that,
Right.
because you know a lot of people didn't watch it. I know I wasn't in the beginning because I thought it was damn another zombie. You know, we got oversaturated with zombie shit since the 80s.
Right.
All right. But you know, what made me start watching it was a conversation I had with my son, and he broke some shit down to me. And he said, "No, Dad," he said, "it ain't about the zombies. It's about the people. How the people, you know, going against each other, trying to survive, take each other's shit." And I was like, "Damn."
Okay, let me check it out.
Yeah. So the zombies was just an extra problem. You know, the real problem was other people.
Militias. And
Yeah, so the people that got to right, the people who
Second
saw them
hand,
lights on at night, and then them niggas coming for y'all.
Right. That's
Right, they coming for your food, your water, and your women.
That's 2 Corinthians 15.
You know,
Yep.
so it got pretty wild, man. And then you had the people who they weren't coming for your food and your water. People, they were just coming for you because you were the food.
Yep. Yep.
Damn.
You have them niggas out there too, armed to the teeth.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's gonna get crazy. So you think of all that, all them different scenarios, all just balled up in one. Plus lawlessness. No, there ain't no 911. All right. It's gonna, man, and these women, ooh wee.
That's it.
Yeah, boy.
That's why the scriptures talk about it's high time to wake out of sleep, all right, and serve Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. So in that day, he can guide you, he can lead you, he can provide for you.
If you don't have a man of the Lord, I'm gonna give you some advice. Keep 2 jars of Vaseline on you at all times
Damn.
to make it a little bit easier.
Damn.
All
Minimum.
right,
Get that
just
big pack.
just saying.
Minimum.
Keep that Vaseline, that KY.
Baby,
Right, so you already know what time it is. You just when they grab you, you just hand them
The jar.
just hand them the right,
The mason jar.
and just say please.
baby oil.
Right.
I can't stop you.
I know I can't stop you because you please use this. Way fun in that.
I was gonna say they're probably smacking out of their hands.
No, but yeah, but you know what? For a lot of you, I'm not gonna shed a tear for you. A lot of you are gonna get your just desserts.
Hey, look, yeah, but,
You know, right? Hand claps. Yeah, a lot of you are gonna get what you just deserve. The things you done to these men in jail, locked up dead, you know, financially destroyed. Yeah, a lot of you women have done a lot of wickedness, and especially you Judite women who sided with the enemy and helped destroy your own men.
Right.
It's a chick I know she is like she proud, and she gonna put on her story, oh, you better watch what you saying, because God is listening. Bitch, you the one who need to be watching what you saying. It's like, but it just shows you the pride, man, the pride of how they are, man, and hey, that judgment gotta come. It has to come for them, man, because they don't get it. They don't understand that, hey, you need a man of the Lord to get delivered. Ain't no other way of being delivered, you know. And
Because they don't read the Bible.
Exactly.
Because they believe in Christianism, which has done nothing but lie to you, and they think that, you know, if you just, all you need to do is call on JC and you're going to be good, and that's not the case. I found another receipt here. And this one says that and the 29 Americans in 2023, all right, were killed by an immigrant. Almost 9,000 were killed by white males. So who's the real problem here?
Exactly.
Who's the real problem? But you don't see Steve Miller and none of these right-wing racist pastors talking about their own problem. See, we live in a society where the media has to always distract from white male destruction and chaos, and make the face of it here's or mine, or some Spanish-speaking dude, man. All right, just bearing false witness continually, nonstop, man.
Yeah, but that's why these curses that was on us is passing to them as well in the process, because they got to bear that out in the process. Go ahead.
I have scripture.
Go ahead.
This was happy to Esau for bearing false witness. This Proverbs 19:9. A false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that speaketh lies shall perish. So that's what you got to look forward to at the end of all this, man.
Yep, now back you up. This is Psalms 9:12. When he maketh inquisition for blood, he remembereth them, he forgetteth not the cry of the humble. So the Lord's inquiring about that blood. See, you're not going to be able to hide it, man. You know, the scriptures talk about how the earth shall disclose her slain, man. It shall no more hide her slain, man. So you could skew these numbers and all that, but the Lord knows.
That's why they want to doctor up and revise history. And rewrite history is that it's one, because I got to do a response to it with some pastor saying, you would be living in grass huts if it weren't for us. Niggas, it was castles in North Africa and throughout Africa before you crackers came. Okay? So stop. Just stop with it, man. Regurgitating that same hateful rhetoric that they came up with in the 1800s, man. All that, all the shit that came behind Johann Blumenbach and Darwinism. And when they started, creating all this monkey people and, all this other bullshit. When the fact of the matter is that pale people look more like monkeys than niggas do.
Right.
All right, monkeys don't have thick lips. They got no lips. All right? Y'all the ones walking around like this. Right, like fucking monkeys. That's why everybody, because that's why they go out and get them, get their lips done and shit. Right, and you could tell when on an Edomite woman when her lips have been done and when they actually hurt. And the ones that actually got lips, you might want to check your genes.
Yeah.
Because there's something going on in your
DNA.
It's something going on that you're not aware of.
Like some penguin.
That comedian Godfrey was making fun of. He was like, "Yeah, you guys are monkeys, man." He says, "You got the thin lips, you got small rods, you got the skin. The hair under their skin is pink. You motherfuckers is that." And then they talk about Neanderthals, and you're the only motherfucker supposedly that, even according to your own science, that has Neanderthal DNA.
They glorified.
That's because you're the wood wolves.
Right.
You're the, what do you call it? The wild men.
The wild men. They're the wild men of the Dark Ages and the medieval time. Yeah. And then they try, and what they do is they try to blend that history. Because I just saw something. I got to do a lesson with it. I say the evidence, but basically some scientists just dug up a bunch of black Vikings and showed that they were So the evidence just coming out. And I keep telling you, look, you make all these television shows, The Last Kingdom, Vikings, and they love that Viking shit, man.
Yeah.
And the truth of the matter is that Vikings weren't white people. The Irish weren't white people. The actual Scottish people and the people in Eurasia, the part of Europe that you call, the part of Asia that you call Europe, those were all brown melanated people, man. And there's too much evidence to prove that. You're the people that live there now that came there in the Renaissance. All right?
After
St. Benji killed you with that letter, with that Ben Franklin letter. Paragraph 24 is a monster. You can't take that back. I'm surprised they ain't just scrubbed it off the internet by now.
It's too late.
But it matches up. Yeah, but it's too late. But it matches up with secular history. It matches up with biblical history. It matches up with too much evidence that we presented, showing you that during the time of the Dark Ages and the medieval time, Negroes were ruling all of Europe. All the Robert the Bruce, and King James. Those were all so-called black men.
Yeah.
Can I play this real quick?
Absolutely, brother.
This is Neil deGrasse, right?
Turn that fan off, Bobby Shot.
Yeah, button on the bottom.
I got a small speaker if you want to look up to it.
You should have been off of that, brother.
It's a lot here.
Hook it up to it. Then when you have to turn shit off.
Okay.
I had one. I don't know what mine is. I left one over here.
That's it.
That ain't mine, brother. I don't know who's having it.
You gotta make it.
You gotta link it up to
Yeah, link it
to
up.
your phone.
Let me turn mine off. Mine tried to hook up to this.
Yeah, but
How do I
why they
make this
getting that?
speaker findable?
Well, why they get that? You go ahead, brother.
Yeah, why they getting that? I was just gonna say, because Job 9:24 says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and it says of the wicked how he's a liar and the father of it, right? And he's in power right now. Matter of fact, in this Micah chapter 2 verse 1, it says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it." All right, what do they practice? Evil. Part of evil, lying, deceiving, right? It says because it is in the power of their hand. You see? But those that's about Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which is the elect of the nation of Israel, all right, the scripture says that we should not be deceived. Wait, how did it go?
Fool me once.
Can't fool me again. If it was possible to see the very light.
We're not ignorant of Satan's devices.
Yeah.
You know, we're not ignorant of his devices. We're not ignorant of his ultimate agenda, right? Of a new world order and wickedness, right? A new world order,
Yeah,
all right?
we need to keep that on deck at all
A
times.
one world government in wickedness, all right? Complete with everybody chip with that MOTB, okay? And so they're gonna, gradually, get to that so people can accept it, right? And that's where you get that, pressure from above, pressure from below, order out of chaos, all right? And they engineer the chaos.
Order ab chaos,
Order ab chaos.
which means order out of chaos.
Mm-hmm. All right, and this is their ultimate agenda. All right, but we're hipping you, all right, to the agenda, all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right.
The Galilean dialect.
Yep.
Basically, you create a problem, right? Then you watch the reaction, and then you come with your solution
Yep. Your solution that you had.
that you already had ready,
Yes,
because you
preconceived.
can pretty much you can guide people to where you want them to go, and already have what you want them to have, because you've already controlled the narrative of what they're thinking.
And the people wouldn't accept, all right, your ultimate agenda
Without the
Without the
chaos
chaos.
that you created.
and it's going to be no normality out here, and people going to want that. It's just like a few years ago during that time, the shutdown, and everybody had to be in the house. Now, I want to go outside. You know what I'm saying? I want to go outside. So they wanted to get back to some type of normality.
And look at the chaos that they've created just in the last 5-6 years alone. You went from lockdown to your borders being overran.
Yep.
which was all a plan
Yep.
to get to where we are now.
Right.
They let those people come in and get comfortable just so they could activate the imperial forces and their imperialism and their racism and their hate so they could do it. That was the real reason why they brought them here.
Yes,
Yeah.
it.
That was their reason. We know the Lord brought them here to judgment.
Mhm.
But Esau's reason was to bring them here
To
so
do
that he
this.
can do it. Just same way when he did 9/11 to himself
Right.
and blamed it on other outside people,
Yup.
just so they can enact the Patriot
Put
Act
all
and
the-
get
put all
around the
the
law of the land.
Yep.
And basically all these defense businesses have activated and contracts and all this extra money, all right, and controlling people, right, taking away your rights, all right, and now fast forward it, they're doing the same thing all over again.
That's it.
And so, like before the cameras went on, ICE has been put together to be the new imperialistic army for totalitarian rule, but it's dystopian rule where the rule of law is gone, and what I mean by the rule of law is the law of the land, so that the citizens don't have any inalienable rights. They're taking your rights away.
Right.
They're making the Constitution non-void, and I've been saying for years that for the last 5 years I've been saying in a lot of lessons and live on camera that it's two things left stopping Esau. And that's the Holy Bible and the Constitution, and they're trying to do away with both at the same time.
Yep.
It's the same thing in Europe. You know, they let all the Arabs come and run through Europe, and now we see, we saw through the Spirit, you know why? But now it's showing why they did this, because what's next? The chip. Now they can say, if you don't want to if you live in South Shore and you a nigga, you don't want us to come and run through your buildings, go and get these digital chips, all right? Go ahead and get this shit in you. It's what they doing in Europe. Well, you want to work, we got to make sure we had it so it can't be fraudulent, people stealing identities and all this. We can know you really belong here. Get these biometrics. Right?
Yep.
This
Problem, reaction, solution.
Yeah.
So the solution is the MOTV, just like
Yeah, so you Edomites, you're gonna take it, cause what? Well, we gotta do something. We're tired of them ruling our country, so you're gonna be willing. Now this is
or they're just gonna be tired of the chaos and all the death when the racial stuff kicks off.
yep.
They're gonna try to bring back normality.
Right.
These people gonna be like, well, I don't want to kill my white friends. Well, I don't want to kill my nigger friends. You know,
Well, get him to get a chip.
well, get a chip and we won't have to kill you, nigger.
Nigga,
Hard ER.
nigga.
Okay.
If you call someone Neanderthal, that was an insult. Like they're still evolving Neanderthal, and they all went extinct anyway. Do you realize that the most racist scientific community ever were 19th century anthropologists? They're the ones that said that white male humans were at the top of the evolutionary ladder, and blacks and everybody else were lower, still evolving, closer to the apes, and all of this. So watch what happens. In the 1990s, the world found out that Europeans are between 1% and 3% Neanderthal, and Africans are 0% Neanderthal. So in the 1990s, research papers started coming out talking about how creative and imaginative the Neanderthals must have been. A complete facelift of the Neanderthal. Old timers.
So there you go. It shows that Esau, for one, Esau's a fucking liar. The devil the Bible speaks of, he deceived the nations, but he's the base man.
Right.
He, when the 13th tribe tells you, this is why they call Caucasians. I never understood this in the world. One day I called some Caucasian a white person. I said, don't call them white. They Caucasians. I never understood that until I got to the fucking truth. Because after they got ran into the caves during the Dark Ages, or during the Byzantine Empire, or you can call it the Eastern Roman Empire, or you can call it the Holy Roman Empire. All those are the same things. All right, those Edomites got ran into the caves, man.
Forced up there.
Yes,
All right.
yes. Like the prophecy said, they was ran away as a thief. And then what did they
Somebody
do?
hold that. Get
They
it.
turned into fucking what we know as a caveman. Grunting, all right? It's described in the book by one of their own, drinking out of the skulls of their ancestors, picking lice out their head, like fucking monkeys.
Watch the movie Quest for Fire.
Right.
All right. They'll try to tell you that was 10,000 years ago. No, nigga. That was during the Dark Ages. That was less than 1,000 years, right around 1,000 years ago, man. All right. That was Quest for Fire. Wasn't 10,000 years ago. It was about 1,000 years ago. All right. On your belly you went. Okay. And the name that they are called, the scientific name that they gave themselves, or that they called them, was troglodytes.
Yep.
That's a caveman, a cave dweller. That's what Caucasian means, cave dweller. And your first cave home was Mount Seir, the Caucasus Mountain,
Yeah.
Petra. which is a damn tourist attraction
And
today.
you got the same damn Roman columns, your favorite infrastructure. All right, you had the same columns on those caves.
That's right.
The original caves.
Cut right into the side of the mountain, and at the
And
top,
the eagles.
and the tops of them are eagles.
And that,
All right.
So easy a caveman can do it.
and that, it looked just like California too. I've seen it. It looked just like fucking California.
Who got that joke?
I got
This
it.
is just,
Job 30, I'm gonna start at about 3. For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness in
Same
former
page.
time,
Paragraph
desolate
24.
and waste, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth from among men.
And let's see, that's probably why I don't like gin. Because gin, the number one ingredient in gin is juniper roots. Juniper. Go ahead.
They cried after them as after a thief, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in caves of the earth and in the rocks. Among the bushes they braved under the nettles. They were gathered together. Children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were viler than the earth.
Yeah. And so basically, the Lord, and what they show you in that one Planet of the Apes movie, they basically took away their cognitive skills.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that's what the Lord did to you, you know, and it shows you that, well, that same thing happened to Nebuchadnezzar. He was a model for what the Lord did to you, and, you know, and right now, the Lord's taking away he's doing it again. He's taking away, he's just becoming a broody ugh. What do you call Trump, Biff? This is a fucking meathead.
That
Man.
nigga
It
Biff.
says is there no wisdom in teaming, man? Is there, because look, none of this shit, you know, like the stuff the elders bringing out, man, none of this stuff, the numbers ain't adding up. We get to the point where he just, gonna hit you in the head, man, with a damn, he's just going back to the caveman.
Right. So all of a sudden, my man made me laugh. You know, all of a sudden, how brilliant the Neanderthals must have been.
Right.
And you did a whole thing of how dumb these motherfuckers
Yeah.
are. And that's they're extinct because of their stupidity. Wow, these motherfuckers was dumber than niggers. You know? And now all of a sudden, oh shit. Oh, well, Edomites, white people got, you know, Neanderthal DNA. Oh, they must have been great. We made a mistake. Let's right. So that he gonna try to revise history again. All right.
Father lies.
Hey, Salak, another thing they do, they make these Sasquatch movies, but with the Sasquatch movies, even though it's a different creature itself, they use those Sasquatch movies to say they the caveman. Because in that movie, Harry and the Harris, they say, hey, don't kill him.
Yeah.
He just like us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause that's the wood wolves. When you see them, they are hairy hair.
Distant brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you look at Nebuchadnezzar, it said his
His hair, his
yeah.
nails.
Yeah, you know.
He went on about his animal.
That movie Sasquatch came out last year. It was really about their ass being a hairy ass caveman and shit.
I got a quick precept. It's on Nahum 3:1. It says, "Woe to the bloody city! It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not." And like y'all saying, all these lies, these robberies they did, they still this bloody man to this day, and they never went away. They still got to get destroyed for that, because you know that woe means destruction. So hey, they gonna get their due diligence, because hey, you reap what you sow, and you sold up all this wickedness and these lies to the people, trying to say that we came from monkeys and all that bullshit, like y'all said, man.
And this is science that the world ate up. And that's how you know this man is the devil the Bible speaks of. Because Revelation 12 makes it clear that the old serpent, the devil, is the Romans.
Right.
And of course, that beast who deadly wound was healed is those same people. All right. So now we fast forward to now. This devil wants to deceive the nations. Man, he will come out of Gog and Magog. And can you read that, brother?
This is Revelation 20. I'm going to start at verse 7. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea.
And so, Salaki, brother, I just wanted to land back on it. When I told you get paragraph 24, because they came out of that 1,000 years. And that 1,000 years, that when they came from out of the pit, when they came from that lower state, that was the Renaissance. Well, what was happening between that time? All right, because I want you to continue with that, but I want you to go to that letter right now. Because what we're basically, when we tell you that so-called Negroes were ruling all of Eurasia and Asia, all right, during the time of the Byzantine Empire, all the way up until the Renaissance.
Yeah.
All right, that's who was ruling. So you know, like this bones that they just found, all these graves with all these black Vikings, you can't get around that. All right, like there was two sets of white, black. So they said the Vikings are coming. Which ones? The white ones or the black ones? You know, no. There was, and so I keep telling you, you were not the Irish, you were not the Scots, you were not the Brits, all right. You were not the Vikings, you were not the Anglo-Saxon. As much as one of my favorite shows ever is that damn The Last Kingdom.
Hell,
That's one of my big favorite series. But aesthetically, it's all a lie.
you weren't the original Romans. You weren't the original.
None of
Greeks,
that.
You weren't the original Egyptians.
That's right.
All right. Cleopatra may have been an Edomite, a so-called white woman, but that was not the original, man.
Exactly. She was a so-called Edomite.
100%.
I mean,
yeah.
a so-called white woman, but
It's a bunch of them.
yeah, it was a but
The
those were,
Ptolemy
you got, but they're counting the history from the time of the Ptolemies. Now that you mentioned it, I gotta show the receipt. I gotta show the receipt because this receipt is barely is not even 2 months old yet.
You dumb niggers are confusing Cleopatra movie with Cleopatra the goddamn Edomite Egyptian.
Right, because she was a so-called white woman. She wasn't so-called black, but this guy right here. All right, my LA accent. This nigga right here, cuz. This nigga right here, cuz. Now this nigga right here. All right. They just dug him up about 6-7 weeks ago.
That's right.
About 6-7 weeks ago. The 3,000-year-old pharaoh, man.
Yeah.
All right, ain't no getting around it. They just dug him. So this guy right here just destroyed a lot. This destroyed the Ten Commandments. This destroys everything about the Ish people over in the land of Israel. How do they plan it? Because I don't know, you know, what was BB Milkowski walking around the house of Pharaoh? All right, they just dug this up.
Damn.
All right.
So
So Cleopatra came after that, when after Alexander conquered and Esau Edom, the so-called white man, took over Egypt.
Yes.
When he took over that part of the world and he was taking over Asia, renamed a portion of it Europe. All right.
Yep.
And so this letter, someone get that in what they said, the earth shall bear witness. What's the one I'm looking for?
Psalms
I got
85
one
and
back.
11.
Truth should spring forth.
Yeah, truth shall spring forth out the earth. Con. All right, and then this is evidence of that when he's going to read it. This is as well.
Can I back you up real quick?
Yes, sir.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 2:16. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounces the end of the just to be blessed and maketh his boast that Yahweh is his father. So that's why he's mad, because the truth is coming out.
He
You're a
made the
counterfeit.
boast that he's the people of the Lord, and when he's not.
Yeah, he's counterfeit.
And the fucking world knows it.
That's right.
These people just have so much power over the media right now. They're still trying to suppress the inevitable, what the world knows.
Yep.
You'd be amazed how many, just in general conversation, people would start talking about the little hats and saying they're not the people of the Lord and they're not the ancient Israelites. I'd have heard white people just out of nowhere just say it.
We was at camp with Taj. Remember this? Like a couple weeks back, a white woman pulled up in a van.
Oh yeah,
A
God.
little minivan. She she probably was be all fit and whatever pills. And she agreed. Like she had a little quick rant and shit.
Yeah.
Everybody's against these fucking what's the new term for them?
The little hats.
The little hats, man.
Tiny tops, little hats.
Curly fries.
Right?
So y'all
She was
got
going in. She was going in for a good minute too. Cause you know that light right there stayed for a good minute.
so
She was just like, yeah, y'all the real people. They fake. They not the real.
Yeah, everybody knows at this point, man. All right? But yeah, let's bring out those scriptures in the info.
This
Colonizers.
this Psalms 85 and 11. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven.
Right, so they just dug up those black Vikings. They just dug this guy up, this Pharaoh. All right? All right? And so the evidence is just overwhelming as to what's really going on versus what has been told the lies. And and I just want to smack the face of these lying ass Edomite pastors that keep coming with this racist, with this racist rhetoric about how violent and dangerous we are, and we'd be living in grass huts if it wasn't for them and all that sort of bullshit.
Right.
Lies.
No, you were the damn people living in the woods and in fucking huts and in caves
Bringing
and
up
shit.
to that. Hey, but y'all do it right now. You got money and y'all want to go mountain climbing and hiking and roughing and shit.
And be dying out there too.
Yeah.
Dumbass trying to. Why you want to climb? If no, I'm just gonna prove I don't need a rope.
Right.
And fall to your damn stupid ass.
Hey, remember the nigga that jumped in the sand? The nigga jumped.
That's my favorite.
Oh, help!
And then people were mad. Why are you making fun of his death?
And help who?
Yeah, cause he
No, he was proud enough to go out alone to a sand pit to quicksand
And film it.
and show you how I can survive this, and I'm gonna show you how to
Oh, yeah,
survive.
that dude
Yeah, and nigga, you could have brought a homie with you with a rope,
Just in case.
right? But he go right, exactly.
He just
But,
jumped
but
right
he
in
was
that
just
shit.
proud. He jumped in there, and the dumbass look on his face, and he recorded his own death. And then all of a sudden, you saw the disgust and the fear, and he realized, oh shit, I can't get out of here. And then that nigga went under.
You know you fucked up, right?
Teary-eyed and scared. He went under.
Yep.
And the character just got quiet. And then niggas were watching and laughing at his ass. And the Edomites was mad. How dare you guys? You know?
in one situation, damn Edomite fucking climbing in the cave, through the
cabin.
Yeah, the cabin.
inside here, got stuck and died.
And died,
Stuck
yeah.
there for hours to die.
And died, yeah.
Yeah, and that's a horrific and scary thing, man.
Between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah,
God,
stop just climbing into a dark ass cave. You just want to crawl in the dark until you end up fucking face down and can't come back up. Blood rushing to your head, fucking bugs and shit starting to bite you.
And they do that to
They
me.
like, well, nigga, you gonna die anyway. We might as well start.
We start.
You know?
They came down here in the middle.
Spiritually, that's what the
Yo,
Lord's doing
dumbass.
to Esau now. Like he was just saying, he's cast into a net by his own feet, man.
Hey, brother, I'm holding that.
Oh
Damn.
All right,
shit!
go ahead.
This is
Salakia, brother. He,
the 24th paragraph. Which leads this is Benjamin Franklin. He says, which leads me to add one remark that the number of purely white people in the world is proportionally very small. Obadiah, the first chapter, man. But yet now, fast forward, they tell you they're the majority, which is bullshit.
they're still the minority.
Yeah, they fake their numbers. They have an acronym for it. It's called MENA. It's Middle Eastern North Africa. And that's meaning they use those people. When they come to America, they classify them as white in the census. All right? That's the acronym to help you remember. MENA. All right?
And guess what? We're the ones that fit that.
That's right.
That's where we're from. And then we had our people who were here, and even the ones who were already here still came from Western Asia. All right, but go ahead, brother.
All Africa's black or tawny, Asia chiefly tawny, America exclusive of the newcomers, wholly so, meaning that the original Americans, all right, are tawny, dark brown,
I'm Tanya.
Color.
light
Right.
brown,
Human.
different shades of brown. Okay, when they said red, for one, you look at a red horse as brown. All right, to get brown, you red red as well. But also, they will call them red face because they used to wear that war paint.
Right.
If you put on red clay, you can blend in the woods more.
Yep.
Okay, depending on the area.
God.
Slocky. And in Europe, the Spaniards, Italians, French, Russians, the Russian icons been popping up more and more.
Right.
And Swedes
Yeah.
are generally of what we call a swarthy complexion, as are the Germans also. The Saxons only, and they're not the real Saxons either. All right, they don't come from Isaac, man.
Actually, they come from Isaac. They don't come from Jacob. So they're not the angelic
They
Sons
not
of
counted
Isaac.
as, what I mean by that, they're not counted as the seed.
Con.
Just like Romans 9.
No, but I'll let them have it. They actually are Saxons. What they're not is you're not the angelic sons of Saxons. So
Con.
there's a difference.
Not Anglo-Saxon.
Con.
The Saxons only accepted who with the English make the principal body of white people on the face of the earth. I could wish their numbers were increased, and while we are, as I may call it, scouring our planet by clearing America of woods, and so making this side of our globe reflect a brighter light to the eyes of the inhabitants of Mars or Venus. Why should we, in the sight of superior beings, darken its people? Why increase the sons of Africa by planting them in America.
That also proves how they worship all these other gods. Like that clip, I'm gonna send that to you too, St. Benji, of that Rosh Hashanah celebration that was going on in that synagogue with that woman leading, and literally telling you about that they believe in human sacrifice and that the different gods that they pray to allow it, showing you that these people are not the people of the Lord. There's only one book. That's that Jayism. That's that Talmudism. The Bible, there's no other book for the people of the Lord than the Bible. So the fact that they use a whole other book is evidence of their fraud. Okay, well, go ahead, continue, brother.
Why increase the sons of Africa by planting them in America? Or we have so fair an opportunity by excluding all blacks and tawnies, of increasing the lovely white and red. Esau was red all over like a hairy garment. But perhaps I am partial to the complexion of my country, for such kind of partiality is natural to mankind. So he told you he was racist, meaning he was for his race.
For his race.
All right, he was for his race, and everybody else is brown. The whole world is fucking brown, man. Period. Dark brown, light brown, to look almost looking yellow brown, but all brown, man. Esau Edom has the mark of Cain, man. That's why he has no melanin. That's why he's white or red, like the scriptures say. What it says in Leviticus, reddish, whitish.
Yeah.
All right, that's leprosy. When you look up the word for mark in Leviticus, so like we look up the word for plague, one of the definitions is mark.
Right.
They have the mark of Cain, which is the loss of melanin, man.
I saw that.
They're the eyeball on the planet, man, and that's why the earth rejects them. You know, the creation is rejecting this devil, man. The sun don't.
Yeah, I was gonna say sun don't like.
Sun don't agree with him. Sun kicking your man. I don't know how you gonna spend. It's gonna take spiritual power for you to survive that slavery you about to go into.
That's it. Because you're going to be peeling like a snake.
Goddamn.
Yeah, I know.
No sunscreen.
I know this one chick because I had to do a gig over the summer, and she's like, "Yeah, I got third degree burns from the sun.
Damn.
Third degree fucking burns.
And if I'm not mistaken, and over there in Israel, I think they got the highest
skin cancer.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So these mean to tell me these are motherfuckers who was slaving in Egypt.
Yeah.
I
think in Australia too, they got cancer too. They have race of cancer.
You niggas don't. You don't even look right riding a camel, man. Come on, man.
Right.
Man, because you trying to fuck the camel.
Man,
They ain't eating.
I got a scripture. I was holding this, and it was going back to when but it's just the nature of Esau. This is Job 49:14. I've heard a rumor for the Lord, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together, and come against her, and rise up to the battle. For lo, I will make thee small among the heathen, and despised among men. Everybody hates Esau Edom for what Esau Edom is doing. They're just tied up in your money, and they need you because all this world systems were set up by Esau conquered the world. But everything they've done was by fraud. Everything he's done was by lies.
You just get those.
Deceit. All right. It says, thy terribleness have deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart, O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the height of the hill, though thou shouldest make thy nest as high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from hence, saith the Lord. Also Edom shall be a desolation. Every one that goeth by it shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, and the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord. No man shall abide thee, neither shall a son of man dwell there. All right, that's your fate. So for your lying, for your stealing, your killing. And now the elder's showing a picture of Truth's pulling out somebody, some other Jakes out.
And 63rd and Costner.
Right.
There's also the one I just tried to send you, of them. They had the Jakes come out and build the roof.
Right.
Then the contractor called ICE on them, so they didn't have to pay him.
That's how wicked you are.
So they done finished doing all the work. He's like, y'all done?
Yeah.
He go.
Let's wrap it up.
You can come get their ass now.
And
So
that's
they
wicked,
stuck up
man.
on the roof watching all the ICE standing around the ground waiting for them.
That's
Yeah,
That's some you dirty red mother.
That's right.
I
But
just
that's
text you so you can send it to this.
that's what you're dealing with. That's the spirit of Esau Edom.
Yep.
All right, John 8:44. He's a devil and he's a liar. All right, he's a liar and the father of it.
That's why over there in Mexico, they're destroying their shops. They're kicking a lot of those Edomites out, man. The scripture says you're going to be chased out of the world, man.
Make their ass pay.
Yeah, and smaller mother heathen. Hey, you got low ass birth rates, man. You know, you too busy. You know, the men too busy sleeping with each other. You got too much going on. You're not having babies, man.
Right.
Then you got the opioid epidemic. See, the Lord's doing away with you. That's why you see Esau putting these irreversible legislations in place to basically help what would be their next generation.
Ain't no next generation.
But it's over for you, man. You're what is called insolvent, whether financially insolvent or by numbers, man. You're fucking through. And like the Elderman Benji just said, man, the majority of the earth you're outnumbered, man.
Hey, now, hey, Lord used you for a purpose. So
Now your purpose is
now your purpose. So the Lord had no more use for you, damn devil.
He a throwaway pistol.
Yeah.
Hey, how's the hammer of the earth?
I like that.
How's the hammer of the earth broken asunder, man? Yeah, he the throwaway pistol. What dude said is like, he said to leave the gun, take a cannoli. Yeah, that was good, fella.
I got a
You
preset.
good?
Call the
I
case.
thought
He
you
called
was
the
No,
on.
no, I'm done.
I thought it was a pause. My bad.
I'm sorry. No, sorry.
This Isaiah 33:1. Woe to you that spoilers, and thou was not spoiled,
That's right.
and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee.
That's right.
When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled.
That's it.
And when thou shalt make an end of dealing treacherously,
Yep.
they shall deal treacherously with thee. So your job, like the brothers are saying, you went out there to conquer the world, did your thing, and now it's your time to go down, man. You have no use now. You done made it to now. Look, 15 years ago, all this bullshit talking wouldn't happen. Y'all would have found an excuse to go bomb a motherfucker. America's gotten weak. It's time to go, man.
Yeah.
All right, y'all too scared to go and fuck some shit up. Y'all wouldn't let the little Philippines talk to y'all like this 20 years ago. Dirte would have been in the dirt. All right,
Dirty.
little ass Philippines talking shit to big bad America, man.
Right?
This and also they wouldn't even did it 20 years ago.
No.
It said who can make war with the beast? They would have been too scared.
That's right.
But now they doing what? They saying they
So
strong
we see
too.
how strong
And not only are
they
they
are. I
strong
get
too,
that.
and Isaiah says they see that how weak you've become.
Right.
They see that you're decaying. All right, America's fucking through.
See, the thing is that America used to roll through
Strong on.
with the 38, all right, and pistol whip everybody. All right, put the gun in your face, make you hold your hands up, go through your pockets, and then pop you, swell and bust your shit all up. But now he rolling up, and everybody else got a 38 too.
Right.
I got you.
See, and now he getting cunked on the head, getting kicked in the ass, told to get up the street, get up the block, nigga. And see, he don't like it. Go ahead,
I
brother.
got you. This is Joel 3:9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come out. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I'm strong. Assemble yourselves. And to see now, you got these little Dutertes. They can come, this little small island can come against a major superpower now with words and rhetoric. Back, like you said, back in the days, would never happen. The weaker now are being backed up by other strong players. And now they're having, I got a nuke, I got a gun, I got a weapon. All right? Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause the mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So this is the ultimate end game of the Lord, is to stir, let Esau continue to stir up the pot, piss off all these nations make their coalitions, their allies, just to have World War III. It's coming.
Let me line back with you,
It's
brother.
coming very soon.
This is Romans 11:9. And David said, let their table be made a snare and a trap and a stumbling block and a recompense. And a recompense unto them. So, everybody that stubbed their toe against the corner of the you about to stub your shit on the rock.
Right.
Right? And then you gonna limp and stub your other foot on another rock. All right, it's just gonna be non-stop stumbling and stubbing. Right? Pain just non-stop.
Stubborn and stubborn.
Trapped in a snare, man. You setting all these traps, and what you don't realize is you trapping yourself.
This, I got a scripture. This is Psalms 12 and 5. For the oppression of the poor, for the sign of the needy, now will I arise, says Yahweh. I will set him in safety from him that puffeth at him.
And people,
Go ahead.
Salaki.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, people are really seeing them for what they really are. That's why, the Mescarites down in Mexico are mistreating Edomites in Mexico now.
Right.
And guess what? It's just not gonna be Mexico. It's gonna be all of South America. Argentina is full of little hats and Germans, and Edomites from other places. What's it? Argentina, Chile.
Yeah.
It's a lot of them live down there, live deliciously.
Punta
Right?
Cana.
But when you all them beach houses and them little all the high rise buildings on the ocean front and right. But when you see all the little shanty tin can towns, all the
Favelas.
right, those are the favelas, those are the hood, man.
That ain't none of the bullshit.
So and those are the ones that go and clean your fancy houses and your vacation home. And those same people are gonna be the ones that's washing their feet in your blood and dashing your little ones against the stones, man. It's coming.
That's the Aimal,
Right.
the one that all the wicked should be on one, and the word wicked goes to Aimal, the laborers. They're gonna rise up against you. So.
Mm-hmm. They mad, man. And you basically, so it's not only the little hats have turned, basically the whole world is against them, the whole world is against America as well. And the world is looking sideways at Edomites in general.
That's right. That's right.
The rest of the world is actually looking, these Edomites are so proud and bold here in America. And one thing, your numbers not here as great as you think. You done fabricated your numbers.
Wow.
Numbers
Numbers
I'm first getting to sit down.
Man, that's what track two.
Right. That fucked me up, man.
Richmond told me it reminded me of a clip.
But it was on time, because I said they about to get fucked up.
I went to go to the Bishop's room. I forgot.
You gotta laugh if you don't cry.
Nah, hey, look.
First invaded, I sit down.
Lord gonna bring, he gonna come back putting his foot in the ass with style too.
Right.
Yeah, well, technically, kiss, that song means in Hebrew, Hebraic sense is to be equipped and arm yourself. So we're talking about the Lord is about to arm these other nations against Esau, Edom. All right, the Lord's going to kiss your ass with these missiles. All right,
Oh,
it's a missile.
I understood what you meant, bro.
Nah, man. Bro.
Kick the ass.
No, man.
Keep it one deep.
Hell no.
I'm not even a pause thing. Just
Hell no. I'm trying to speak Spanish. Hell no.
kiss your ass.
He
He gonna kick your ass. Kick your
Y'all
ass.
shit couldn't get worse, man.
Okay. Shikari wanted me to read this again. So this is Psalms 12 and 5. For the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy, now will I arise, says Yahweh. I will set him in safe.
It said for the oppression of the poor. That's talking about the Israelites. All right? And guess what? The Lord is doing that now through what? Us speaking. And now we're calling out this wickedness, man.
Right, and how
This is the Lord speaking and helping us.
and how are the little hats being oppressed? How, who, and where? You can't even speak about them without getting canceled.
Yeah.
Without especially if you are actually in a position where you making some money, you making some coin, and you say something, and it don't have to be derogatory. You could just be calling, right from wrong.
Spade is spade.
Or just say that, I don't agree with that. I think that shit is wrong. And that's enough to get you canceled. Where they could take away your ability to support yourself and support your family. And don't the scriptures say that he that taketh a man's wages murdereth him or something to that effect?
Yep.
All right, so that's a
He's a
for,
father,
and for
man.
what?
Yeah.
For telling the truth about you? All right? That you run and control everything? That you got everybody working for you? you getting all these subsidies and tax money and you know, and your people are living fat off shit on stolen land.
Man, Elder, that's exactly what he's doing. Everything, all roads lead to the MOTB.
Yeah, and that's what he wants
And
to set that up.
he's about to defraud the whole world of their own existence. And say, if you want to motherfucker eat, you gotta come to me. That's when it's all been happening, man.
Well, it's Egypt again when when the money failed in Egypt. And the people
They said we ain't
had
have nothing to sell ourselves. It sold themselves.
And it's all manufactured, you know, because hey, this is because the scripture says that, well, you know, going back in the day, well, the Lord said, the day will come when your enemies shall set a trench about thee. What's happening is a digital trench is being. That's why it's called blockchain. It's a digital trench that's being set. This is digital warfare now. You had that fruit, Noel Ferrari, Noval Harari, I guess Carl Schwab's butt buddy.
Yeah.
He was basically saying, like, you know, the tyrants of the past, they didn't have the tools that we have now. So now it's digital, you know.
Blockchain.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Bring it out, brother.
Sirach 34 and 21. The bread of the needy is their life.
Perfect, man.
He that defrauds him thereof is a man of blood.
Right.
He that takes away his neighbor.
Hey, Esau's a man of blood, man. He's telling you you can't live without me. He's about to he's telling you that.
You can't go to work.
Water. Yeah.
Look, looks like your digital social credit score is down, brother. Yeah, I don't think
You gotta
can go to
fall
work
back.
today.
Can't go online.
Right, but you can't go to work. You can't make your wages for the day. Now that's
Bro.
putting you behind on everything.
Perpetual
Why?
hope.
Because he's made you an offender for a word. But
Yep.
finish that, Shimon.
Yep. This is verse 22.
Exactly.
It says, he that takes away his neighbor's living slays him,
Man.
and he that defrauds the labor of his hire is a bloodshedder.
Yeah.
You're a fucking bloodshedder, man.
The pen is mightier than the sword. That's what they say. He's killed more people with legislation than he has actually.
Yep. Or righteous decrees.
Yup.
He's out of
Well,
a lot
he
of
made
the
a
sword too.
sacrifice.
Yeah, he did a lot
I mean,
of
he
sword.
Don't
used
get
the
that
pen
mixed
to
up.
use his sword.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
exactly.
It's
The justified
They kind of go
sword.
hand in hand.
hand, yeah.
The justified
They're
sword.
mischief by law.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, that's it's
That's
policy
cold right
crap.
there.
That's right.
That's
Any
right.
Yeah,
more on
because every heinous act started with a pen. I watched a short video, a little cartoon, demonic looking video about the Pope, you know, over in Italy. You know, I mean not in Italy,
Yeah,
but
I
in
know.
Spain.
Yep.
You know, when he wrote all those documents that allow Esau to come over to the Americas and go to wherever they went to, basically the whole discovery thing. Anything you find, you know, the whole manifest destiny thing.
Yeah.
And we keep telling you that manifest destiny has a part 2.
Dude.
All right, it's a part 2 to manifest destiny, and it don't benefit the first benefactors of manifest destiny. The second part 2 does not benefit them at all.
That's right.
All right, and I personally believe that that's why they stalled, you know, to do certain things, because they were trying to offset prophecy, but the Lord is putting the spirit on them to move forward. They can't help themselves. The Lord is making them do this. Because they've been, you know, all the time, because I noticed that when they, you know, they would give me problems on sharing videos. And they would give me problems on posting videos, especially some of the titles that I use on that Critical Race channel. Because I go like stupid hard on that channel. That's what that channel is, Critical Race, right? So I don't hold back punches. I'm like, fuck it, if I lose the channel, I lose the channel. But I mean, I really go at their ass, and they don't even bother it no more. You know, they used to really, you know, bother. Or you know, when I try to repost videos, it wouldn't allow me to do it. You know, oh, we need a picture ID and all this other bullshit. Now I just repost and repost and repost and repost because, you know, Esau's just tired, and he's tired of fighting us as well. His truth has been a thorn in his. So bravo to all you Akim out there. We've worn him out, man.
Elder, that's your ID right there.
We've worn him
That
out.
nigga foot on your neck. You see that shit right there?
Mm-hmm.
I got
Yeah, that sword is getting heavy in this.
Right. This is Isaiah. You got any more on that? Okay, this is Isaiah 32. I'm going to start at 5, reading through 7. The vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful. For the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy, and to utter error
Salaki, that's happening right now.
Exactly.
When Trump was running, that agenda, Agenda 25, whatever the fuck the agenda's called.
Project 25.
Whatever.
Mhm.
Wait, Project what?
Project 25.
Salaki, Project 25. He said, no, I'm not with that. I don't know nothing about it. I'm against it. Fast forward to now, this past week, it's clear that that's what he's doing. He's following Project 25.
Right.
So now he's showing his horns. They not trying to be nice no more. They showing this is what we own. We finna come to these cities. We gonna bring the troops. That nigga Trump said we gonna use these cities as a test ground. As a fucking as
Test
training. He
Yeah,
said
training
training.
ground. Yeah.
Use these cities for training.
Yep.
They finna send the troops in, and you niggas are gonna be target practice, man.
He's
Be
that
careful,
cool
man.
Lord.
That's right.
Okay.
Hey, and that South Shore Drive was a training ground. Black Hawk troops. You know what I mean? That
Repelling down.
repelling down. That's not regular people. Yeah,
Because
that's
once again, Trinde or what they call Trinde Oregano or Trinde Agra is not operating in Chicago.
Right.
All right, you got well-established street gangs here. Ain't enough Venezuelans here to pull that shit off.
Well, you know what? The funny thing is, a report
Right.
came out on that whole thing. The company that owned that building were in foreclosure, and Wells Fargo, which is in bed with the government,
Right.
had them go and set them up to clear that out.
Well, that makes sense because remember they were talking about offering people in property owners money to house them.
Yeah, yeah.
So they housed those people.
Yep.
And once again, all them people was doing was hustling, going to work every day, riding them damn bikes and doing deliveries.
Yep.
Because they really couldn't get no other job. They weren't fucking with nobody, man. All right, and then a lot of them, they sit up and was smoking weed and kicking them with Judah.
That's it.
Right.
Right?
Judah.
Some, Judah in the mix with them.
Playing salt.
Yeah.
Right? They hanging out. You'll see some of Venezuelan dudes with nigga women.
That's it.
And you
And
see
vice versa.
Venezuelan, yeah, man.
Vice
So they
versa.
done intermingled, man. They ain't one fucking with
Hey,
nobody.
Esau is
And
hunting.
they definitely weren't doing no gang shit, man.
Right.
Esau
What you
is-
think them lakeside folks was over there, man? They too well established. And they ain't going across the tracks in the Terror Town.
Yeah.
What you talking about?
Yeah.
Nigga, it's called Terror Town for a fucking reason, man.
That's it,
Esau
man.
is hunting these people. It's a hunter day.
So yeah, man. So all those reports are lies,
Right.
lies, man. False reports.
They had false so-called black men set up to do that shit too. That wasn't they
Yeah,
talk
they-
about all year, but they take it up. Man, you lying. Y'all lying on the tell line and helping with this devil. You join hand in hand like the scripture says. And Matar, that's how it's gonna be so easy. They offering 50,000 for you to join ICE. And we gonna turn you in for a snicker.
Yeah, even though it's
Shit free.
That's it.
I guess
Hey.
he broke the Super in Africa TV show shit.
And
He ain't came.
right. Lowered the age. They lowered the age down to 18 too. So a motherfucker 18 years old with a $50,000 sign
That's a
on
lot.
bonus.
That's a lot.
It's cheap.
And this is a
Right.
major sign that the Lord is
Hey.
coming back because the scripture says when the enemy come in like a
God,
flood,
send
the Lord,
Saint Vincent.
the Lord's gonna lift up that standard,
Stand
man.
against them.
See, what's happening right now is the birth of a nation, man.
Yeah.
Scripture says, shall a nation be born in one day? What happens when before the baby
Did you get that
comes?
same bitch?
You know,
Water
Pains,
breaks.
pains.
you got
That
well,
Facebook thing?
you got the
Play
contractions.
that.
Yep.
Yeah, play this. Oh, you got to.
You got the contractions, you got the birth pains leading up all the way to, like the brother said, the water breaking. That's what these armies are like, man. You know, scripture talk about the swelling of Jordan. We've seen these armies swell. Scripture says the wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, man.
God. And let me just make a statement to back you up, brother. A lot of that water and that dam breaking and everything exploding on too is the truth coming out about them.
Yeah, that too.
They're because because everybody got feeds
Yeah.
and information can be shared faster than they can put it out. Even when they got the rooms full of computers putting up fake memes and fake,
Right.
when they just pumping out false information to control their narrative.
Right.
People can share because what's happening is that people are on the ground in the places where they're making these lies about.
Mhm.
Like when they said the Venezuelan gangs were taking over there in their O Block. And then literally within 10 minutes, O-Block niggas was out there with their phones up. Nigga, ain't nobody
Everybody
doing shit
over
on
here.
me. This our shit, nigga.
Back to the drawing
Yeah,
board.
so them O-Block niggas was like, nah, man, ain't no Venezuelans running around here.
Right.
You know, it's like, no.
It's all lies.
So it was all Edomite lies, man, trying to stir up this hate, this division. And then, like you said, you always got a cooner like
Yeah.
the one aside, because I done seen these coon ass dreadhead niggas with ice
Yeah.
rolling up on the Northern Kingdom.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, I saw that
And they
too.
got that, and they got, you know, they got a vendetta. Cause for years, nigga, you leave out 26 in California, you better run, nigga. Run, nigga.
Yeah.
Like it's been for years in Northern Kingdom been doing that shit to the Southern Kingdom, man. So they got that, you know.
Your ass got that county, boy. You gotta get out of there.
Get out of there at midnight. And them motherfuckers around there know.
Yeah.
The motherfuckers they letting out, they let them out at midnight.
That's
And whatnot,
right.
they
Typically, that's time.
12:01. They gonna let you out 12:01.
So Jake was like, "Where the fuck do I sign that, nigga?" Like,
yeah, 12.
but it's that it's an old hatred though. It's
That Conan, like off that movie Queen and Slim at the end, that nigga sold them out for only $500,000 on each.
Yeah, but that's what I said. But no, like I said, that right there is real, and they'll hold you to 12:01.
Yeah.
So because they get the whole funding for that whole day.
Yeah.
And then they cut your ass off, so they don't have to house you anymore. They ain't got to feed you. They ain't got to do any of that. But they got the funding because you was there to 12:01. So they cut your ass out in the middle of midnight. So I got verse 7 on what I was reading. This is Isaiah 32:7. The instruments also of the curl are evil. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. So we sitting up here, what we doing? We offending you because we tell you the truth?
Especially
Well, but you know, when we tell the truth, we tell it so harshly. But you know, the hell, we don't, because I actually intentionally want to hurt your feelings.
That's it.
Right. I really do at this point.
I love it.
You know,
We're gonna play this video.
Barbecue shop, both of them,
Want me to
because
hit that
like
fan?
you know, it was just when they said that Esau would be found out, man. The truth, you know, the truth would come out. He will be exposed. Somebody he made Esau appear and then play that video. Play the first one about about Uncle Charlie. You know.
You ain't gotta cut it off.
This is Jeremiah 49.
You ain't gotta cut it off.
You got
You
my
got the
speaker.
speaker.
Oh,
It said, Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare.
Cut it off.
Be reading, bro. It's all good.
Let's keep reading.
But I have made
Relax.
Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not.
So he's been exposed. So with that in mind, let's take a listen to what this Edomite woman has to say about the whole. Well, let's let her tell it for yourself, man. Esau is done. It's over, man.
right.
It's done. He can't fake him. He can't
Fake
fake
the funk no more.
these psyops, these so-called killings and murders, and these he just getting caught up. Go ahead, play it, brother.
I hope I ain't got one fucking Android.
Turn the speaker.
That's Benji Farr. Of course it ain't gonna
No coroner's report. No church funeral, no burial site.
Take it back a little bit.
Certificate. Why has no official...
Yeah, that video kind of low. You might want to turn
Yeah, go ahead and turn that fan down.
Charlie Kirk had no coroner's report.
Don't put
No
this shit
church
on.
funeral, no burial.
This was heavy.
Turn that fan off.
Don't worry about it. You know he's gonna get.
Go ahead, brother. You thought it would be louder, but the video just low.
So let me get this straight. Charlie Kirk had no coroner's report. No church funeral, no burial site or grave, no official death certificate. Why has no official autopsy been conducted, nor any findings released? No ballistics report. Not a single eyewitness on the record. And an award-winning
Pause it
widow
right
already
there.
taking
When it
all
said
shot.
no single eyewitness on the record, it showed you, what was it, like 4,000 people in the crowd?
Yeah.
Right.
No
So you
eyewitness.
died for the
Yeah,
4,000
somebody, yeah.
people, and not one person
Can't-
saw what happened.
Damn.
All right? That's like somebody died right here in the middle of this room.
I don't know what happened.
Nobody saw nothing. But go ahead.
Guess who?
Why was the entire crime scene destroyed within hours, erasing vital evidence? They tore down everything, including the Dairy Queen. Why were there no paramedics on the
Wow,
scene?
everything.
Why was Charlie Kirk's body removed and illegally flown out on Air Force Two? Why did Donald Trump pardon a Navy SEAL killer whose shadow looms over this case? Why was the stadium mysteriously booked by Turning Point 4 months before his death? How was a massive high-tech stadium memorial produced in only 11 days? Why do multiple women publicly appear as Erica Kirk, raising questions of identity? Why are there no birth certificates for their children? No names revealed, no faces ever shown. Where is a video of Charlie playing with his kids at a birthday party or any other family setting? Why do Freemasonic and satanic symbols surround this tragedy with chilling precision? Interesting that the gun was found on property owned by Palantir. Isn't it interesting Kash Patel fired many of the heads of the FBI in that area days before the shooting? Do you find it interesting that Charlie sold his house 8 months ago for $5 million? If the father of your 2 young children was just brutally murdered for the world to see days ago, do you leave them home with the nanny while you go on podcasts grinning from ear to ear? Is it not curious that a 17-year-old first-time Donald Trump beauty pageant contestant won, and now Trump appointed a top attorney general woman who has no experience, who is also in his beauty pageant? This is only a fraction of the clues and evidence on this silo.
Bro, Esau's
Those of you
fucking
brave
done.
enough to look at the evidence while removing the preconceived emotions, the conclusion is undeniable.
Right, quiet on the set. Roll sound.
Right. That's it, brother. But basically, he said, you know how they do with the, you people in theater?
Right.
Quiet on the set?
Right.
It was all a fucking lie. It was all staged.
Action.
The man may not even really be dead, man.
That's
Who
right,
the fuck knows? Or they really did kill him, but they hid everything.
Yep.
You all right? No autopsy, no death report, no coroner's
witness,
report, no picture, no images of him playing with his kids on birthday parties, no nothing, no memorial. His wife, husband just died, and 2 days later, you out.
She kicking it.
Yeah, you out on podcast, grinning from ear to ear. Your husband literally just got his,
Neck blown.
well, kind of, sort of, his neck blown out.
Yeah.
That sound wrong.
Yeah,
but,
that
but nevertheless,
so wrong.
Exactly, man. Esau is full of shit, man.
God.
Nothing adds up. As a matter of fact, now that with all the evidence and everything that's coming out, this was sloppier than 9/11.
Right.
So.
And 9/11 is sloppy as fuck, man.
Now we got you thinking.
Okay.
They in
Now
the
let's
rush.
play the next one, man. Popcorn shot.
Fuck Candace Owens.
As a matter of fact, you can read.
Stories that make the
Salakia.
least.
I was gonna have Shemar read Jeremiah 49, and you read 7. Read 10 now.
I read 10.
Oh, okay.
I
My
read
bad.
10. Jeremiah 49 and 10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not.
He's exposed, man. All right, go ahead, say Benjamin. And you can hold Obadiah 1
Sometimes the news stories that make the least sense on the surface start to make perfect sense once you follow the money. Let's take Chicago's South Shore apartment raid, right? 37 arrests, broken doors, terrified families, and what looks like a whole lot of damage control disguised as law enforcement. See, the building at 7500 South Shore Drive didn't belong to some cartel or gang. It's owned by a Wisconsin investor named Trinity Flood, who bought the property along with 2 others on Clyde and Chapel back in 2020 for about $18 million. Since then, the portfolio's fallen apart, right? Tenants have reported dark stairwells, broken elevators, gas leaks, missing fire extinguishers, the kinds of things that scream neglect, not management. So the city sued her LLC over life safety violations, utilities went unpaid, and by mid-2025, Wells Fargo had filed a $27 million foreclosure against the properties, calling the buildings unsecured and saying management had lost control. Then, 2 weeks after city inspectors visited the property, the Fed showed up. ICE, Border Patrol, ATF, FBI, helicopters, flashbangs, doors blown off their hinges, residents, including U.S. citizens, dragged from beds, some reportedly unclothed, right? 37 people were arrested. Federal officials called it a gang operation targeting Venezuelan migrants. But what's interesting isn't just who was arrested, it's what happened next. See, within 48 hours of that raid, movers were already on site clearing out apartments. A judge, meanwhile, was weighing whether to hand control of the building to a court-appointed receiver. See, the motion came from Wells Fargo, the same bank suing the owner. In other words, the building was collapsing financially. Then the raid happened, and the timing couldn't have been better for the people trying to take possession. See, now no one's saying the raid was planned to help anyone, right? But facts matter, and the facts line up in a way that raises real questions. Because sometimes it's not about who got arrested, it's about who benefited. And in this case, the destruction of property deep in foreclosure may have made one thing a whole lot easier: turning over control to someone else. So if you follow the timeline, you follow the filings, and you remember when power, property, and law enforcement line up perfectly, it's usually not by accident.
Wow, so that makes me think about the same thing when you think about the 200 plus towns that they destroyed and how they took over all the properties because the law, the action from the law enforcement and from the civil side of it all had to line up because they had to, because you know, think about it, man. You know, you had houses, you had bank accounts, buildings, properties, cars, all that stuff. All that's documentation, so everyone was involved in it, man. So Esau's just a slimy piece of shit, man.
Hey.
Could you read that Obadiah 1:6?
This is Obadiah 1:6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up?
Why? Through these scriptures, man. That's how.
Yeah.
Right? You can go on down to the to like 16, no, like 13 through the end. Yeah. We gonna wrap it up because this is Obadiah is basically the book that tells you the end of Esau Edom. All right, and that's exactly what we're about to experience. We're about to witness. We're witnessing the downfall of Esau Edom, man.
All right.
All right.
Esau,
and it's a beautiful thing.
Esau never predicted that some guys from the ghetto would ever learn this, but it was the Most High plan, man. None of us went to school or none of that. We know exactly what the fuck he's doing.
Out of the mouth of babes. That shows the might of the Lord. You got the
He
scripture.
said he's gonna make the foolish things confound the wise. You know, so the foolish things of the world, because we'll be considered as foolish people to these people, and we confounding the wise.
Right.
You know?
You got the precept that
Yep, Obadiah 1:13.
Go on, let him read that one first. Go ahead, Pops.
Okay, this is Micah 5:12. And I will cut off witchcrafts out of thine hand, and thou shalt no more have soothsayers. So these men and what they think is going to happen and all this other kind of stuff, they done pumped themselves up, but it's falling apart.
Yeah, and them left hand side demons ain't working for them.
Exactly.
You know, they've been cut off the same way the Lord cut off Saul. You know, he was like, the Lord don't talk to me no more. I don't know what's going on.
Right.
You know, he's like, well, nigga, because he done with you.
It serves a purpose. Now, what Elisha was that Elijah says he speaketh to the things that are in the bedchamber. And how's it says?
I don't know. He got Obadiah 1:13.
Oh,
So
yeah,
that he
go
can
ahead,
read.
brother.
You ain't gotta guess it.
Go ahead, brother.
It says, thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity.
So you took our shit then, you still taking it now. Read.
Neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape, neither shouldest thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress.
Yeah, some of you probably is the same Ice Ages today was them niggas that was them red ass niggas that was doing that shit. Read.
For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
See, because the Lord is the Lord's going ready. It's all going to be done unto you, and it's going to be done double. See, all wickedness that you've done unto minus the gay shit.
Yeah,
it's going to be done unto you double, man.
Yeah.
Read.
The Lord set your ass up. Set terribly, man. He allowed you to add sin to sin, fulfill your measure, so it could be justified for you to get done.
Right, so we're going to punch you in the mouth and knock each one of your teeth out one by one.
Ooh.
You got to take all them mouth shots.
And when you take somebody's teeth out, take their spirit.
It says, thy reward shall return upon thine own head, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been.
Man, so all you heathen about to get y'all pockets right. All right, run that. You gonna get your Debo, nigga.
Man.
Yeah.
What you got on our drink, homie?
Hey, what the scripture says that we gonna spend their wealth riotously.
Yeah. So now y'all gonna be the new niggas picking cotton, and you Edomites ain't gonna farewell picking all that cotton.
They gonna burn it out.
All right.
Hey, that cotton has some big ass thorns.
Put some thorns on it.
Yeah.
So be even bigger than the kingdom.
Go ahead, brother.
Verse 17, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance,
Right.
and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions.
Ooh, so the government of Israel, man, it's gonna be the deliverance, man. That new government, Zion. All right. Remember, the Lord is setting up the kingdom of heaven here on earth.
Starting
Right?
right now.
That's what the Bible says. Fuck what your church said, with your lying ass preacher.
Yes, sir.
All right, who got that piece of paper from that lying ass Edomite institution?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
And the house of Jacob shall be a flame, and the house of Joseph, the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame.
So the 12 tribes back together, northern and southern kingdom.
Burning all
All right, the
stuff.
breach is closed up. Read.
And the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it.
Man, you're gonna be catching more punches in a punching bag.
And
It's gonna be brutal, man.
all the other nations gonna know it was you that they followed. They gonna hate your ass.
They gonna hate you. 'Cause they gonna blame you for their condition.
They gonna break your
Right?
ass.
And guess what? I'm gonna be inciting that shit.
It's your fault.
Right. I'm gonna be constantly telling Ishmael and
Is
Hannah,
this the man?
you know y'all suffering because of him.
Oh, instigate this is
Yeah.
Hey, what they used to do? Hey, when I was in school and you wanted to start a fight, knock that off his shoulder.
Right. Yeah. That vocab alone, you screwed.
So yeah.
Oh, yeah, oh.
He gonna get it bad, man.
Absolutely.
He gonna get it bad, man. But with that, we're gonna give all praises, all honor, and glory unto
Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rekapalash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders. Double honors to the elder bishops, right? And Abba Ball.
Abba Ball.
Wow.
We was getting ready to get